know what? I get really excited when I get to have some of my mates come into the show, especially some of my mates who are doing amazing, phenomenal things. And today is no different. He's graced the South African entertainment scene for years and years and years and years. He's been the guy you love to hate. When he's on stage, he puts on a show. When he's on your screen, he's one of the best to do it. The multi-talented, the award-winning.
Multi-award-winning.
I'm done.
You can stop there. It's
done.
multi-award-winning. I've worked too hard. If you were a doctor and I called you Mister, you would correct me, because if you're a doctor, you'll say, I'm a doctor, I have a PhD, I've got my doctorate. Listen, guys, I was just telling Kyeezi outside that if everyone loves you, you're doing nothing with your life. The richest people in the world, let's name them: Elon Musk, Bezos, what's his name, Facebook, and all of them. People always have a problem with them. Why? Because when you become successful, they'll say to you, when you're running on water, they'll say, look at that guy, he can't swim. But I'm running on water, why I gotta swim?
Everybody, welcome Siv Ngesi. You know what, Nat? I know you try super hard for us to hate you, but we actually got a lot of love for you. We'll never hate you, Siv, because we know your heart. You have a phenomenal heart. You have a big heart. In fact, apart from all the accomplishments that you have had over the years, you're actually not here on your own behalf. You're here on behalf of what you are proud of, that you are building, that you are bringing into this amazing country. And let's talk about that, bro. It is Women's Month. What are you up to that is aligned with Women's Month specifically? Talk to me.
First of all, I feel like we should be celebrating women excellence in general throughout the year. But I have a sanitary pad foundation called the Menstruation Foundation, started by two men, me, Siv Ngesi, a Xhosa man from Kukuletu, and Maurice Besson, a big 120 kilogram Afrikaans man from the West Coast. We saw there was a problem. We saw something called period poverty. Young ladies are missing 4 to 5 school days a month, and altogether about 60 days in a year of school because they cannot afford sanitary products.
Period poverty.
Period poverty. I promise you cannot teach a hungry child, but you cannot teach a child who has blood running down her legs. So we decided to get involved in fighting period poverty. Now we distribute just under 1 million sanitary pads per month to young ladies across the Southern Africa. The mission is to end period poverty. And then we were sick and tired of buying pads that weren't the highest quality and expensive. So we opened up our own sanitary pad factory.
Yeah.
We're producing 450 sanitary pads per minute, 216,000 sanitary pads per 8-hour shift.
Wow.
We can increase to 3 shifts per day, but we're going to keep it humble. We're going to keep it at 116,000 per 8-hour shift. And yeah, I want to go online on air saying we have the most affordable, high quality sanitary pad on the market. If you want to disagree, come, let's compare price points. Come, let's compare quality. I promise you're going to lose. I promise you. I'm not used to losing in life, but I promise you, if you think your pad is more affordable than my pad and is higher quality, let's go. Bring your pad. I have some pig blood. Sorry. I have some pig blood that is over at my factory. We're warming up to 37 degrees, and we actually will take about 15 to 20 mils. That's about what the average woman goes through, and it's not just one. It's like bits and pieces throughout the day. We actually take 22 milliliters onto our sanitary pad, spray it in, and everything in the market, nothing comes close. So if you want to get involved, Menstruation Doubt Foundation, I repeat, we have the most affordable, high quality sanitary pad on the market. That's where I said it right here on Group FM.
It's something that's very unique to have two men creating this type of business. Why this, Siv?
You know, why this? I get asked this question all the time.
Why?
Because I think, guys, menstruation, period poverty, periods, tampons, all of those things are not a woman thing. Society has made it a woman thing. My friend, there's 4 men in this room, and there will be none of us if there was no menstruation.
Oh, my man.
We were all within.
My man.
Some men think they're only within when they're trying to do something sexual with a woman. No, guys, we were within for 9 months. Some of you were premature. So some of you maybe 6, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. But we were all within. with no menstruation, no periods. There were none of us. I think that's the thing. I think people are always surprised when a man is getting involved in period poverty. But I just want to say, it's one of the most, it is a very high corruptible market, right? Because it's people always need it. But it's one of the only industries that is mostly 99.9% corrupted by women, actually. I'm one of the only men in the space with Maurice Basson. We saw the corruption in the space, and Maurice and I got involved. We invented a sanitary pad.
Hold on. Corruptions within sanitary pads.
What, my friend?
Give me an example, bro.
I'll give you an example. When I first started about 10 years ago, I think
10 years ago.
10 years ago, personally. Were you at my first? So I think Lorenzo was my first sanitary pad drive. It was on my birthday. It was at Fire and Ice, right? And I got thousands of sanitary pads. I started donating them throughout schools and stuff.
Nice.
Then a few weeks later, I'll go back, and the young kids will go, "Oh, thank you so much for selling us affordable sanitary pads." So women were selling it back to young girls. So I saw how corruptible it is.
What do you mean? So they were getting them for free from
I was
you
giving them for free, and then they were selling them back to the girls
at schools?
at schools.
What?
And I realized this. And then, remember the xenophobic attacks? Remember the xenophobic attacks? The 18th of July, Nelson Mandela Day, we did pad drops at all these refugee camps.
Yes.
And we heard the ladies screaming, "Please don't give it to the men. Don't give it to the men. Please,
What?
they're going to sell them back to us."
What?
I was like, okay, this thing is a commodity.
Wait a minute.
But my mission, there's my mission. My mission is to flood the market. If you own a sanitary pad company, if you are a CEO of these big companies, I promise you, my mission is to flood the market with so many high quality, affordable sanitary pads that you guys will not be needed. That is the mission. That is the goal. But the corruption in this space will blow your mind. Guys,
That's what, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. When you look at something that has such an honest beginning, because here we go, and you said this to me years ago. You said if men could bleed, you'd believe that sanitary pads would be free.
if men bled once a month, sanitary pads would be free. If we men bled once a month, it would be commercial to be able to talk about sanitary pads. We'd be talking about sanitary pads. They'll be in commercials. We'll be like, "God, look how red my blood is, boys. Yours is EFF red. Wow, what?" I think people will be talking about it every single day. I think it'll be something that will be like, how about this? Have you ever seen in sports? We're all sport here. Lorenzo, one of the best sporting people on radio.
Yeah.
No one comes close to my brother. But how many times have you watched a rugby game? Someone's nose is bleeding, and they put a tampon in his nose, and he just runs around.
Done.
But nothing's wrong when blood comes from a male nose.
Yeah.
It's fine when it's coming from a man.
Yeah.
But you'll never see a tampon on TV on a commercial that looks red.
Absolutely.
Because, it's blood coming from the vagina. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. But anyway. But one thing I do want to say, as a man in this space, I do believe I get too much attention.
Okay.
But I challenged someone yesterday in an interview. I said, am I doing great work or other people not doing enough?
Potentially,
I
it
think
could
it
be a
could
bit
be
of
both.
both.
I think it could have been
I
both.
think it could be both. Get on my WhatsApp line, 0712860639. We're joined in studio by Siv Ngesi, talking the Menstruation Foundation, the end of period poverty. And you know what? I want to actually tap into the ladies. Talk to us about your experience growing up. Could you not afford pads? Was there a situation where you couldn't come to school or go to school because you were in your cycle? And you know what? It's very sensitive, Siv. It's very sensitive. Please, if you want to keep your identity a secret, it's perfectly fine. But this is the work that Siv Ngesi is doing, and he's joining us in studio. We're chatting to him. If you're just joining us, you're catching us in studio live with us, Siv Ngesi, and we're talking about an amazing foundation that he's had for 10 years, Siv? Are you saying 10 years?
For 5, but I've been personally doing it for about 10 years on my own.
So as a business, 5, and then on your own, 10 years.
Yes.
The Menstruation Foundation on a mission to end period poverty. Now, before I come back to you, Siv, I did say on my WhatsApp line, I'd love to hear from ladies with regards to your experience. Have you had a situation where, as a young child, you weren't able to go to school, maybe because of your period time? And I'm not gonna lie, bro, like, as a man, I'm so uncomfortable talking about this. I'm even trying to find a soft way of saying this, because I don't think a lot of men actually understand how difficult it is for young girls and women.
I think society failed us. It's 2025, and I don't think it's fashionable to say men were failed, because I think a lot of people speak like the patriarchal system only failed women. Okay. If you're a woman and you're listening to me, the patriarchal system fails all of us.
Yeah.
And the for the last maybe 6 years, I think the narrative has been that the patriarchal system has only failed women. So can I tell you how the patriarchal system failed us?
Hold on. Can I get to this voice note? Because I know you. You're not going to let me...
Okay. I'm a multi-award winning performer. I can talk without anyone talking.
I know, Siv. I know you are. But
multi-award. SEFTA's everywhere.
I need to understand the experience of some of the great drivers out there. Have a listen. All right. 071-286-0639. While I try and load this up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Man, I had moments like this in school. Couldn't afford sanitary pads. My parents wasn't very well off. My mom was stay at home. She took care of us. Honestly, I used to steal toilet paper and just roll it thick.
Oh, man.
And the next time I go to the toilet, I just steal more and I just steal more.
Oh, man.
At school.
Oh, man.
And I used to make sure that by the time I go home, I already have a stash of toilet paper ready.
Oh, man.
It used to hurt because it makes your skin a bit sensitive,
Wow.
depending on what type of toilet paper. But I made it work for about a year, so on and off. I can tell you now, my daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, is not menstruating yet, but I've got about 15 sanitary pads ready. I also donate a lot because it's not a nice feeling to be in that situation as a female.
Man.
See, for me, guys, I went to UWC the other day. Clicks Helping Hand Trust has been absolutely incredible. 30 machines, 18,000 students, 2.1 million sanitary pads. Thank you so much, Clicks. But do you know where the patriarchal system failed us?
Okay.
Is in primary school and high school when they started to talk to the girls about menstruation or periods. We should have never left the hall. We should have stayed in those wooden halls, those cold wooden halls, and stayed and listened to the same conversations that the women were getting. Because I think the only time we men interact with sanitary pads or periods is when a girl says, I can't see her, I'm on my pad, and my period. Then we're like, okay. I think that's how the patriarchal system failed us. For example, we should be able to talk about it. It should be able to be, we should have the vocab, we should understand all about it. And we should to challenge a lot of women. A lot of women don't even understand their bodies themselves. A lot don't.
I mean, this is, listening to that voice note, it's heartbreaking.
UWC, I interviewed 30 students. Out of 30 students, only one said she's never not been able to afford. Out of 30. What? I'm talking about women who walk around every single day, our peers. This woman was playing sport. She was active in society, and she had toilet paper between her legs. So, you know what, Kyeezi, what I find quite crazy in society, we live in a society that has some of the highest rape, highest woman GBV stats, etc. Then we all become shocked. Oh my goodness, how could this happen? Then I go, no, I challenge people and I go, wait a minute. But she wasn't worth a couple of rands worth of sanitary pads.
In manufacturing.
She wasn't worth it. So now when she's getting raped, mutilated, all these things are happening, then you're shocked. But you can see that she wasn't valued before. Because realistically, if she cannot have pads, sanitary products, she can't be part of society because she can't go out and play sport.
You're isolating her already.
You isolated her. She's a nothing already.
Wow.
But can I tell you something? Another interesting thing that people don't look, and it's on my site. It's www.menstruation.foundation. There's a link to period poverty and sex trafficking and rape. Because a lot of these young girls are at home sitting in their nightie. They can't go to school. So what happens? They see that she's not there. This guy knows in 28 days it'll be exactly the same thing. Come back and she's right there. Child trafficking, rape, all coincides. It's just because of. So for me,
unbelievable.
For me, guys, I honestly will say this: there is no difference because a lot of people go food, water. It should be food, water, dignity.
Absolutely.
Food, water, dignity.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't be, because when I say dignity, I mean if you're handing food and you're throwing it out of a bus, you're just throwing it out. There's no dignity. There's no dignity there. But for me, if you are feeding people, you're giving them water, but they walk around with blood running down their legs. That's not dignity.
It's counterproductive.
And that's why, for me, politically, we talk about politics, but some parties understand that and some don't. So in some parties, if you go give them a packet of food, they'll go, oh, maize meal, muso, bah. But then they won't put a packet of pads in there.
No, they won't.
And those are the small things. Dignity.
Siv Ngesi fighting for dignity, building for dignity. We're going to talk about your factory and what you guys are producing per day. It's the one and only Siv Ngesi talking about the Menstruation Foundation. It is Women's Month. We're getting some of your texts. I got a text here on our WhatsApp line 0712860639. The text goes, "Hey K and team, my biggest and most embarrassing period moment was in grade 4, standard 2 at the time. I was only 9 and I got my period for that time. I got up from my seat and my teacher asked me to complete a math sum on the board. Unbeknownst to me, I bled right through my school dress and onto the chair.
Wow.
Needless to say, I was mocked, ridiculed, and made fun of for years. I now have 3 daughters and have prepared them from the age of 8 on what to expect and how to look for the signs. I literally have a sanitary cabinet in our bathrooms, stocked to maximum due to the trauma that is still haunting me."
Yo.
Let's talk about your factory, Siv. You got a factory now.
To the lady, I just want to say, I wish young Siv could have had the know-how that I have now to keep you safe. I wish I was around to be able to stand up for you, and I'm so sorry I wasn't there. And I don't think at that young age I would have been equipped to jump in and help you help you. So I'm so sorry that everyone failed you. But yeah, I hope your school uniform was red. I mean, I hope the color was so it didn't look too bad. It was
Wrong. You're wrong for that.
Did I time that wrong?
Yeah.
Was that timing wrong?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah. Wrong time, Siv.
See, this is where I think it could be something that people, if we're all so comfortable about it, we should be able to joke about it too.
No.
It should be like we shouldn't
No,
make
no.
fun of her.
Too early, Siv.
Was it too soon?
Too soon.
It's been at least 10 years. See?
Friend, me, I'll tell you. Not that one. We're gonna take that one.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right.
But listen, but it's just, I'm so sorry for that. I really am so sorry. It's a terrible experience, and I've had friends of mine who've gone through exactly the same thing, but they've had someone to jump in and wrap something around them like a blazer or something. But the sanitary pad factory, I was sick and tired of buying cheap, low quality, expensive pads.
Yeah.
And when I say cheap, I mean quality wise. And yeah, man, so we got a sanitary pad factory. It's a 26-meter long factory. It produces 450 sanitary pads per minute. 216
Per minute?
Yeah, 216,000 per 8-hour shift. And high quality. Very high quality.
So, what's the bigger picture? I mean, this started 10 years ago, 5 years by yourself.
The bigger picture, I want to flood the market with so many affordable sanitary pads.
What is affordable? Give me a price range.
So I'm talking about under 4 and 50, under 4 and 50 for a packet of 8 or 10, and it needs to be affordable. Can I tell you my biggest goal, guys? As much as our sanitary pads, which are called a Goji, as long as they will be available in stores, right? But my mission, my biggest dream, is to have a container. You know those containers?
Yeah.
In each township,
Yeah.
selling sanitary pads like they sell cigarettes.
Absolutely.
So if a young girl's bleeding and she has 30 cents, boom, boom, there. It needs to be affordable. It needs to be perfectly cleanly wrapped. No one touches it, and they only sell sanitary pads.
Yeah.
That's my mission. That's my goal.
You know, Siv, I think a lot of people get you wrong.
So none of my business what they think of me.
You see, it's things like that.
Yeah, they must know.
It's things like that.
They must know.
I think, stop.
They must know.
No, I'm your friend.
Guys,
I'm
listen
actually
here,
your
guys.
friend. No.
People, guys, let me tell you something.
No.
People's opinions of you has nothing to do with you.
You're a good
the
guy.
only opinions that are important are the people that you love and that love you.
No. You know,
If you don't have my number, you can't have an opinion about me.
here we go, Siv. This is Kay cutting your mic. Now they can't hear you. You're a great person. You've got a beautiful heart. I know your heart. We love you. Continue doing the work that you're doing. There's so many people that can say thank you to you for the efforts that you do.
I'm trying, brother.
And I want to say this to you with your mic off. I know your mother is very proud of you.
Thank you.
All right. And this is amazing. Something you've done for 10 years. I'm going to put your mic back on now. Are you ready to listen now?
Yeah, I'm listening. Actually, it's been 3 years since my mother died today.
Yes. Today,
3 years on the day.
your mother, and I knew your mother personally.
You did.
She'd be incredibly proud of you.
She would.
And for you to build a factory, I believe that God is nudging you and saying, you can do it, and you will do it.
We'll do it.
The women of South Africa, this man is standing and fighting, and I think we need everybody to get behind what you guys are doing.
So if you want to get involved, guys, listen here. It's so simple. 120 Rand gets enough sanitary pads for 2 young ladies for an entire year. 120 Rand.
What?
Yeah, it's that simple, man.
120 Rand.
120 Rand. 120 Rand for 2 ladies for a year. That easy, that quick. So if you think you don't have enough to give, it is menstruation.foundation, www.menstruation.foundation. 120 Rand, enough sanitary pads for 2 young ladies. And that lady who got up and had blood running down her legs, and had to do the maths test, I promise you, the Agoji pad that I produce would have never done that to you. It would have never, ever let you down.
Let's talk numbers in South Africa. How many girls need this?
It's pretty simple. 22 million women bleed every single year. Every single month, 22 million women bleed every single month. 8 million of those women cannot afford sanitary pads. 4 of those million are in universities, they are in school, and then high school and primary school. So for me, the mission for me is to end period poverty amongst those 4 million who miss school every single month. And it's literally simple. 120 Rand. 120 Rand gives enough sanitary pads for 2 young ladies for a year. It is that simple. It's that easy.
If I'm tuned into the Great Drive, I want more information. I want to help out. I want to be able to give you 120 Rand. How do I do it?
Just go to the menstruation.foundation, www.menstruation.foundation. Do it now. Or go to Siv Ngesi on Instagram, or Menstruation Foundation on Instagram. But if you don't, and if you can't give me the money or my charity the money, I challenge you, when you are buying a packet of sanitary pads, put one in your car, get to the traffic lights, give a woman a packet of sanitary pads if you can.
Absolutely. Abel, can we post this the link on our social media, ne? To make sure that we can get there. Siv, thank you. I know you're a busy guy. Thank you for coming to the studio.
So I'm going to send you an invoice for me being here. It's very expensive. Time is money, and I'm here. I'm here. You must pay.
I'm not going to pay.
You must pay. You must pay in sanitary pads.
I'm going to switch his microphone off. I love you, buddy. Good to see you.
Keep it up.